All right, we'll go ahead and start right here in person.
Let's do it.
Obviously, a difficult season in terms of the rotation, kind of coming in and out, and COVID happened right in the middle of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of walk us through what this season was like for you.
I would say it was fairly challenging, to be honest, but a learning experience, especially with how successful we were post-Olympic break and making it to the WNBA finals. You definitely don't get to experience that often. So when you do, you have to live in the moment. And so I was really grateful to be a part of a squad who was able to achieve that in the season that we had.
It got lost in the one-sided defeat in Chicago, but you had 7.7 rebounds. And I kept thinking, if she can just get on the court and get playing time and get more, I don't know, just settled in on the court,
Mm-hmm.
You can still see that potential there.
Yeah, no, I think I still have that confidence in myself in knowing that I have that potential. It's just about being able to get the on-court experience, and it's about the environment that you're in, in certain teams, they need certain things, and this team needed me to be their bench player. And so that's what I did.
I mentioned to you once before about what happened with Steph Talbot. And I think you said, yeah, you could see maybe that happening with you, even if it has to be in a different location.
Mm-hmm.
You still feel that way?
Yeah, I do. I think as every athlete who's a competitor knows, they want to play. That's the reason that we do this, what we want to play. And so whether my role changes next year here or if I get a new role elsewhere, I just would like the opportunity to play. Yeah.
How much does that kind of role that you had here excite you then about going back to Australia? I know you didn't play last year when you went home. To get back on the court, to have a team that you may have a pretty significant role on, how much does that?
Yeah, I mean,
up for you to do that?
Very. It's been a long time since I've had a consistent season of playing. I've had a lot of injuries, and COVID has changed a lot of things in the past. So this off season, I think, will be really important for me. So I'm, super pumped to get back out there.
Was it always going to be Australia is the right choice for me, or did you consider anywhere else?
I considered playing overseas in Europe, but I think for me, just with my history of injury and everything, and coming off of this season as well in an Olympics too, I thought it would be best for me to return home. I know the coaches out there, I know the players out there as well, so it would feel like is the best environment for me.
In the way that for a lot of Americans, the WNBA may be the priority, and if the money can be more overseas, if you wish to disclose how much you're making. But is Australia maybe the league where you know that you can maybe have a longer term career and know that you're maybe going to be even a higher priority because the spots in this league are so limited in that way? Yeah,
I would say so. I would like to experience playing overseas. For me is here.
Right.
And
that's kind of what I was getting.
Yeah.
This is the overseas for someone
exactly.
Like you
yeah. Exactly. So I think, playing at home, this will be my first year playing at home as well. So I've never played in the WNBA, and I don't really know what it's going to be like. So I'll see how it goes. But from the experiences that I've heard from my friends and teammates, they've loved it. They've loved playing in Australia. I've got friends and family there that would be a great fan base as well. So I could definitely see myself playing there long term, but I'm not closing the door to other options as well.
If I'm not mistaken, the WNBL schedule is a little more relaxed.
Yeah, it's shorter.
Yeah. Like more regimented to like 2 times a week. Kind of, I know the men's league is similar in that way, where it's a more consistent schedule. You're not picking up, flying, playing a game, picking up, flying, playing a game again. It can kind of be.
It's easier on the body for sure. Yeah. And I've heard from other players who've played overseas. Like I've played in Asia as well. I just think the lifestyle in Australia is a lot nicer too, and it's home. So yeah.
Stanford and that.
Yeah.
It's going to be. You're very excited to be able to do that.
For sure.
I'll let everyone bring over to Zoom.
Okay, we'll go to Erica Ayala. Thank you. I actually wanted to ask you a little bit about making your way back home to Australia. I forget if we were talking to Beck Allen with the New York Liberty or maybe Steph, but it seemed as though just with COVID that there might have been, as recently as maybe like a month or so, just some restrictions there. I'm just curious what your process is to get back home.
Yeah, at the moment, I actually don't have a flight. I'm waiting to get one because of COVID restrictions. They're very extreme with their protocols and everything. So yeah, there's barely any flights going back to Australia. I know there are more flights opening up on the 1st of November, but I'm trying to get in a little bit earlier because I will have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So it's just a waiting game right now, to be honest. I just have to be prepared to up and leave at any point within the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with that. I did want to, though, ask you a more basketball-minded question. Obviously, being from Australia, as you mentioned, overseas is here for you, but there's a new league coming to the United States, which would, I guess, even be shorter than the Australian league. It's a 5-week season through Athletes Unlimited. I'm just curious, have you heard anything about Athletes Unlimited, and what do you make of an innovative model for women's basketball that could potentially grow the game here in the United States?
Yeah, I have heard of it. I know that some WNBA and former WNBA players are a part of it too. And I think it's great. I think it's really cool that they've started this league. And like you said, I think it's a really cool opportunity to grow the game as a whole for women in America who play basketball. I think, especially with just how the WNBA, you can see the growth over the past couple of years. Now's the perfect time to, put another league out there, allow more people to play in that league, get exposure, and just enjoy the game too.
Great, thanks, Alanna.
No problem.